I'm Brian Webster.
I'm Cheryl Webster.
Our daughter is Grace Webster. She's in 9th grade. She's 14.
My name is Jeremy Herron, and I have a daughter here. She's in kindergarten. Ada is her name.
We're the Rakes. I'm Courtney, and this is Matt, and this is Beckett, and Griffin. Hi. And we have been here since kindergarten. Beckett is in 2nd grade now, and he's 7.5, so we've been here 3 years.
We are with GCA from the beginning, so we were there at the start.
We loved the family. We loved
Yeah.
hanging out with them. We saw them as parents. We saw them as church members. We saw them as neighbors. So we had a lot of respect for just them as a family. And when we moved to Texas from Oklahoma, we were new to homeschooling. Even before the school started, I had sat with Amy many times going, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any idea. You've been doing this longer than me. Can you help me? And so she helped me along the way, even way before GCA ever started. But the family has just been a help for us for a long time.
I used to be a teacher, so I had a little bit of an education background, and it was just something that was intriguing to me that I love teaching, and I love teaching Beckett, and so it was kind of the best of both worlds.
Come from a line of teachers. My wife and I both were teachers in public school. We taught 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, just kind of the elementary range, and so we felt confident with our teaching skills, but what we really lacked was the motivation, the support, the encouragement, and also the discipline of going through all of the aspects of teaching. And so really one of the things that brought us into Grace Covenant was the accountability that we have with a teacher who says, hey, here's the roadmap for you, and we get to follow along and be a part of it. With Grace Covenant and with the university model system in particular, it allowed us to both have the accountability of somebody pushing us and driving us and setting out the plan, but also allowing for all the at-home learning that we can do and learning throughout the day, throughout travels, all of the flexibility that brings as well. The first thought that I have for seeing our family change has been just in Ada's confidence. She has, just started reading, and everything that she can get her hands on, she's reading. And so we had we had a foster kid over the other night that we were babysitting, and she picked up a book that goes from creation to Revelation, about 10 chapters, and it's beautiful. And she just picked it up and started reading to this 4-month-old and saying, hey, here, let's talk about Jesus. And she was doing the reading where we didn't have to encourage her, we didn't have to prod her or drag that out of her. It's something that she got to be proud of, because she's been able to go from not reading to devouring books.
I think one of the things that I have loved having my kids at home during those earlier years when they were younger is that I feel like I could see their heart more than if they were gone 5 days a week for most of the day. I could see the struggles in their hearts and be able to help them with those.
Just last year when he was starting 1st grade, I was just still kind of wrestling. I feel like sometimes I'm like, are we doing the right thing? Should we be in public school? It's not that we're in a bad area where public schools are bad, but I was just kind of wrestling. And it was like the first few weeks of school, and it was like on a Monday afternoon, and we were doing some schoolwork, and he looked at me and he started asking me, he's like, what does it mean to be saved? And like he was just kind of, searching, and so we were able to talk about it, and he accepted Christ, and at the time I just was thinking he would be in school right now. They call it a university model kind of for a reason, that as they are being prepared for university, and colleges, and I think like he already understands that it's like you work hard, you play hard. So it's like if he gets his work done, then he knows he has free time. But if he's gonna kind of mess around, you're eating into that. And I feel like I went to college and I had a hard time, like kind of prioritizing like my time management. And he's already understanding that like, okay, I'm gonna take a break, I'll come back to that, like I need a break right now. And I feel like his study and work habits like are setting him up to succeed in life.
That's a good point, because I can I mean, there's several days where I wake up in the morning and,
Yeah.
you know, I'm about to head out the door and Beckett's already on his own,
Yeah.
working at the table. And I think early on, I wasn't really sure whether is he going to be well ahead or well behind or right on track with any of the other kids. And, you know, from the time, I mean, he's been here for 3 years now, and I guess I just remember him right before kindergarten. You know, he could read, you know, 3-letter words maybe, but by the end of that year, he was, I mean, reading chapter books almost, and you know, now to the progress that he's made, I mean, any concerns that I might have had about any sort of the quality of education are completely wiped away because he's just excelled.
Even though it's a university model school and they do go to school, we still have a lot of time at home with our kids, and it's just been, I wouldn't have changed anything.